In today's video, we begin tracing the west coast of Finland. We will visit Oulu, Vasa, also Rauma, Naantali, Turku, and eventually Helsinki. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah.
Good morning. This is where we boondocked. Right here. This view of the Gulf. And we're gonna do this trail now. It's a restaurant up there.
This trail here is right next to the Merihelmi campground, where we were initially thinking of staying last night but arrived too late, so we decided to boondock instead. This body of water here is part of the Gulf of Bothnia, the northernmost arm of the Baltic Sea.
It's like a sauna in here.
Well, nothing like a quick morning stroll to fully wake up.
Well, let's go. I don't know if we are allowed to boondock here, but we did and no one bothered us, so let's go.
This is the segment of the road we encountered on the way north about a week ago, with the wide lanes to make it easier for people to pass. Of course, the sign was in Suomi, so I didn't realize it until someone passed me. This is a concept I've only seen here in Finland.
Riding, my RV.
Here we are, Oulu. We were here about a week ago with horrible weather. I think this time we are going to park at the large surface parking lot here in downtown, so we can leave the RV there and walk around a little bit.
We are in Oulu.
It's early. I think the town is still slowly waking up. Let's check out the famous policeman sculpture. Believe it or not, it is one of the main landmarks here in Oulu. Let's get some breakfast.
Here we are, we're gonna eat at this place. Inside is like a cafeteria style, you know. You grab your stuff and good coffee. They have some sort of flea market here. Lots of purses and produce. And that's where we ate. We have lots of sunglasses.
This area not very lively here in the morning, is it?
Well, we always come at the wrong time to these places, but the plan was to come last night if it wasn't for our Swedish laundry that took too long.
We're gonna leave this market square area and walk around, get to know the town a little bit. This here is Kaupurien Katu, pedestrian only in this segment. Very nice, lots of restaurants.
Well, this must be the American corner here. We got a McDonald's and a Subway. It's a ball. And the bird is looking at the ball.
It is called the rotating ball, a type of fountain called the kugel, or a floating sphere fountain.
Interesting. You know, for the people who don't have TV at home.
Yeah, they have this giant screen here with advertising and general information, I think mainly geared towards visitors like us, because some of the text is in English. Not all of it though.
Here we have the Oulu City Hall. And it is pronounced
Kaupung Gintalo, more likely. Gosh, I may need new glasses.
Lots of tourists here in Spanian Ravintola.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Espanjalainen Ravintola means Spanish restaurant in Suomi. By the way, we are now walking on Kirkkokatu, or Church Street. Here's a bust of Finnish and Swedish poet Frans Michael Franzen, born here in Oulu. Oh, by the way, we are kind of following the tourists around. Here in front of us, the Oulu Cathedral. The local government building designed both in Suomi and Swedish. Maybe we could have boondocked here. Right behind the government building, we encounter this very pleasant park. It is called Ainola Park, and it comprises several islands here on the waterfront, on the delta. And there's the Cultural History Museum, and there is a network of trails, great for walking or cycling.
Well, we keep wandering randomly here, exploring. Oh!
It is such a beautiful morning.
I wonder what that is. Well, this is what they call the Oulu Castle.
This current wooden building, of course not the real castle, but it sits at the site of the original 1590 structure.
Let's get back to the car.
Here they have these fountains and a dam, and such a beautiful day again.
I think that's where we parked last week, actually. In that parking lot. I think there's still one RV there.
The crowd certainly looked larger from far away.
Kirjasto, Bibliothek, Library. Idols.
Ooh, it's the TV show, part of the Idol franchise. Probably some kind of auditions or something. Anyways, it is time to go.
Well, the car says 23. And it feels like 23. That's like, what, 72? But the phone says 58, so... But anyways, let's leave Oulu.
Well, it's warm enough. We're going to the beach. Yep, you heard right.
Well, once again, the beauty of having a motorhome is that you can park it like there, next to this beach here. Let's check out the beach. And half of the cars here, they have a hitch, and it's a interesting looking hitch.
Let's walk towards the water.
Well, our first Finnish beach. Finnish beach. Renewable energy. No lifeguard on duty. Not today anyways. Well, some people sort of getting in the water, but...
We continue, just chilling, relaxing here for a little while, contemplating the calm waters of the Gulf of Bothnia, the Baltic Sea.
Not enough wind. And that water must be like 50 degrees.
Actually, I've read this time of the year is more likely in the 40s, not that I'm going to find out, and there is an outdoor gym. It did look like a lighthouse from far away, but it's more like an observation tower.
Here, might as well go to the top. There's thousands of bugs up here. Woo. We have to go. Well, there's like 1 trillion bugs up there. I don't know if the camera can see them.
Well, this was certainly a nice break from our long drive of the past few days. Not only this beach, but Oulu in general.
There is ice cream.
As much as we would love to stay, there is more of Finland to explore. Something I have only seen in this area of Finland are these signs displaying the temperature not only of the air, but of the road as well. Apparently, people here go skiing even if there is no snow.
Here we are, continuing our journey. This town is called Kalajoki, and check it out. They have balconies here on their apartments, but they're closed with glass. Really love being able to park on the street.
There's supposed to be a pretty cool beach and amusement park here nearby, so let's check it out. Cool, they have like a swing bridge above the main road. There's camping, of course. Here's a better view of the beachfront camping.
Well, here we go. Here's where we dump our cassette toilet, and this seems to be one of the most common ones. It's this type of device here.
Actually, get ready. I'm gonna show you how it's done.
It's a toilet. Then we lift the orange tab and we just pull it out. Oh, it's very heavy, very full of, you know what. It's coming here. Yeah, this is the same one as that they have in Varkaus. Open this up and press this button to release the air and out it goes.
Who's hungry? Ever since we came to Finland, I've wanted to try this hamburger chain here called Hesburger. It is supposed to be really good, like the in and out of Finland. So let's check it out.
How it comes? let's open it up. It's sort of like a Big Mac, but it has tomatoes and looks good.
Hesburger, really good. A little messy. It's like a larger, messier Big Mac with tomatoes and lettuce and pickles. And I'm sorry, it's a little bit too windy here. Well, now we're going back to the RV or to the motorhome, take a shower, and we continue south. By the way, all along the road, they have this. It's equivalent to Flying J in the US, or thank you, Google lady. Equivalent to like Pilot Flying J or Loves.
Route 8 for 93 kilometers.
And they offer all kinds of services, including cassette toilet dumping. A lot of them, they call it chemical toilets. So it is very convenient. There is no real reason to stay at a campground here, at least not in this area of Europe, because a lot of these rest areas, truck stops, gas stations, they have even supermarkets inside. They have water, they have toilet dumping, and there's a camera coming up, and I have no idea what speed I'm supposed to go at. I'll play it safe and go 80. Anyways, you got the idea. If you notice, in this area all the signs are bilingual. Actually, first in Swedish, then in Suomi. Smile for the camera. We are arriving in Vasa. And we don't have a great plans for this city, but let's just try to find parking and explore a little bit. Vasa was briefly the capital of Finland during the Finnish Civil War in 1918. Vasa here is a bilingual city. Almost a quarter of the population speaks Swedish. The surrounding communities actually have a Swedish majority, as it is the case with many places near the western coast of Finland.
We're parked here in Vasa. Let's explore the town a little bit.
Did I tell you how much I love having a small motorhome? I would love to get me something similar back in the States. Pleasure Way, Leisure Travel, Winnebago, are you listening? But wait, this is Market Square and the Statue of Freedom. We'll be back here later. This street here with an unpronounceable name for English speakers, it's one of the city's main park streets.
Even the statue knows it's windy.
Yes, it is very windy here today.
Yep. Well, here we have it, the Vasa City Hall.
And there, that's the Vasa Water Tower. And there across the park we can see the Vasa Trinity Church.
Like a historic neighborhood.
Let's walk over to the water tower, shall we?
More research shall go into this.
There's a group of people gathered at the foot of the tower. This here seems to be the main entrance, but according to what I've read, they only open it on Wednesdays and Sundays to visitors. That's the info I was looking for.
Cava. Cava, hair and makeup. Okay. I thought it was cava, like champagne.
Let's continue as we walk back to Market Square. There it is, the Statue of Freedom. It depicts a victorious white soldier because of the city's role in the Finnish Civil War. The 1960s square-looking building is the Royal Center, a large shopping mall here.
I like their sense of humor. Bicycle parking, perhaps? Now let's go back to the car. Perhaps I'll get me one of these combinations before I go back to Miami. I can't really see it. Oh, look who's there! Savonia! The strange clouds of the north. And over here they also have the lights in the middle of the street, like in Helsinki. So let's continue.
Let's find a place to boondock tonight.
Riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah.
So I found this possible boondocking spot using the Park for Night app, so we are taking a detour from the E8 highway. It is almost 9 p.m, so I could use a break. Is that a moose sculpture I see on the side of the road? Oh no, it's a real moose! Unfortunately, I couldn't get my good camera out on time.
It's gone.
This is supposed to be it, but it is blocked off. Not a good sign.
No more homes.
Camping forbidden.
And this one says camping forbidden too. You know what that means, right? We're gonna have to come up with a plan B.
Can't trust a Park for Night anymore.
And we're back on the E8, on our way to a town called Pori. And as only Murphy would have it, this is the one stretch of highway that doesn't have any large pullouts at all, and the small ones are very few and far between. Tell you what, this gas station right here looks promising. We looked on the map, and it was supposed to be one of these large ones, like a truck stop, but it is deserted, so I don't know. You know what? We are tired. This is going to be home for the night.
My RV.
I think we're gonna go ahead and spend the night here. I don't think we're bothering anybody. It's a SEO gas station. We'll leave early in the morning. Well, it's 11:30 and we're getting a sunset soon.